Y'all good? I am having an absolutely blessed day. It don't even matter if ain't nothing going my way. It's still a blessed day. That's how I've learned to feel. As I told y'all, I've broken the nail. They ain't even been on 2 solid weeks. So, I'm a little frustrated with that, but it's okay. It's life. Because my nail tech is in Arizona. So, that's the only reason I would be frustrated. How you guys when I need to do my waves over? Don't worry about me. Because I have a workout that has to happen after this. So, guess what? Don't worry about it. We outside. We're here to motivate, love, inspire, and educate each other. You don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Hello, Winsome Jenkins. How are you? I hope that I'm able to share something with you that may change your life. Good afternoon, Tammy. That may change your life. Something that from my story may help your story. You don't owe me anything. You ain't got to hit no likes. You ain't got to get no gifts. Come on in. Sit back. Relax. Let's go on a little ride together. My name is Coach Kenya. I've been going live for 205 days, sharing inspiration and motivation on ways to attack fear that may be holding you back. Good afternoon, user 297 and user 107. Welcome in. I'm Coach Kenya, or you can just call me Kenya. I don't need any titles or accolades. I come here egoless. I just come here to share with you something that I know that's changed my life and kept 479 pounds off of my body naturally. So maybe I might say something, show you something, share a tip, trick, or something, may cross your path, hit your ears, touch your heart, and change your life too. You don't owe me anything. That's the grace of God. That's not me. Good afternoon and welcome in. Hi, Finish Strong. Hi, Betty. Hi, Rose. How are you? YouTube and Facebook. Good afternoon. How y'all doing out there in these YouTube and Facebook streets? Instagram. Are you coming to get down? Just tell me. Hi, Nayoka. How are you, baby? Joyce, welcome in. User 717. Good afternoon, Mona Lisa. I want to meet you. Hi, beautiful. I'm Kenya. How are you guys doing? This is my backup page. If you put Coach Kenya in the chat, you'll see that I have about 61,000 followers. But because I can't go live there, I go live here to make sure that I offer to my subscribers what I promised, which is 365 days of consistent support, education, resources related to fear, weight loss, and wellness. So I've been showing up. And if you're new here, thank you for showing up with me, baby. You make it fun. You make it great, but I'm going to show up anyway. Good afternoon. You don't owe me nothing. We're not going to talk heavily about weight loss, but if you ask me a question, I will answer it. But indeed, you don't owe me anything. You can just sit back, relax, still a tip or two, do your thing, do you. But more than anything, I've lost 479 pounds naturally. No, I didn't have surgery. No, I didn't use the injections. The injections were not around when I lost weight. I started losing my weight in 2014. I've kept it off for, as you know, look at the calendar. You do the math. I don't have to, baby. So what I try to show to you is a way to keep things sustained. What I try to bring to you is information, tips, and knowledge. I try to give you access to things that are often hidden from us, things that we just don't quite connect. Coming from my professional background, I love what I do. This is not my side hustle, side gig, or my side trick. This is not about a spreadsheet in your inbox or anything of that nature. Porcelain, hi, baby. It's none of those things, y'all. It's you and me. Growing in our faith, growing in our trust, and releasing fear. Fear that could be holding us back. How beautiful. Good afternoon. Thank you, Porcelain, for being so consistent and coming in every day. I think you've been here already for almost a week. Look at you do it. Do you feel like you've gained anything? If you've been here before, do you feel like you've gained anything from tapping into these daily readings? I'm so grateful to G straight up. How are you, beautiful? Welcome in, welcome in. So I'm so grateful to bring it. This song is unfortunately on repeat right now, not for any reason other than I'm actually hopefully going to be teaching the youth just a small step. I used to step when I was in college, a small step for them to use for their youth dance. And so I made it up already and I was rehearsing it to get it and banked in my memory so I could reteach it. But anyways, I just started working with the youth at church. That group of younger people are very drawn to me, and I think it has a lot to do with what I've experienced because I'm really, really open and raw about it. I'm very the same way that I accolade women, I accolade young girls and young boys like that. The same way. If you're a gentleman and I accolade you, hello, handsome, how are you doing? Thank you so much for your grace. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. That same accolade that I give to adults, I give that to young people as well, even young children. I thank them. Say hello, beautiful. How are you doing, handsome? Because after all that I've experienced, thank you so much, Mona. What I've learned is that at any moment, I can just pour into other people, and that alone will lift the spirit up, right? And anyone, welcome in, Queen Angie. So what I do is I dig real deep inside of me, and I just pour and pour. But what I also do is pour inward. So I keep my cup full, so I'm overflowing. You understand? So I'm always working on me. I'm always asking how I can be better, what I can do better, what I can change, how I can grow. Because I never want to think I've gotten it all figured out, right? Right? I have a food addiction. I can't ever think I have it all figured out. Why? Because food is my friend, and because I need food, food will secretly start to become a problem, and I won't notice it if I think I have it all figured out. But if I thank you so much, Nissa. But if I approach this thing consistently, thank you so much, Mona. Hi, is it Virgin Richard? Hello, how are you? But if I learn, if I discover that I have a superpower and staying connected into my imperfections and being okay with critiques even when they don't feel good, and then welcome in Sugarcane 22, and then I do the work. See, some of us know we got moral defects and issues, but we don't want to work on it because it's too hard, because we worked on it before and it didn't break, it didn't change, it didn't shift. Well, that's okay, because that just means that thing you're trying to break and change about yourself and shift is going to set you so free that the heavens and the earth are going to open up and move on your behalf. So I encourage you to remove the fear and dive on into that thing. I encourage you to take an opportunity that you may not have otherwise has had within oneself. See, I'm not talking about an external opportunity or anything. I'm talking about it within yourself. I want you to take that opportunity and open a new version of a door for who you are, because you deserve the opportunity to explore who you can be outside of who you've been. The steps kind of cute, y'all, and it's so interesting how I just cut the music on, and I was like, okay. I immediately but I've always loved music. If you know anything about my story, you know I love dance, I love music. I don't know the words to nothing, but the beat. It gets me going now. Now you give me a nice solid beat, boy. It's a lot of music for a long time. Now I listen to the words and try to figure out as close to what they saying. Because I was singing some stuff for years, baby, and it wasn't appropriate, child. Listen, that beat had me banging. Had me ready to throw something back, but I didn't know that they were singing about things that, whew, baby, some of them songs I first found out. One time I was singing what's that one, something in the DM? Shoot, I didn't know it's what they meant. The kids done grew me up a couple years. They was talking about something in the DM. Y'all remember which one I'm talking about? My daughter would be listening at the house, Snapchat me to something. I didn't know that's what that man was saying. I was walking around saying Snapchat me to coochie coochie. Didn't even know. That's why you gotta pay attention to what you listen to. Sometimes the beat be good, and you get to listen to the words, and they have you out in these streets saying you gonna sell your boom boom and go sell your kids to the government or something because you can't understand the words. I'm just saying that was a little dramatic, but you know what I mean. So I had to be careful what I'm singing, because sometimes I ain't gonna even start on my Michael Jackson thing about how I think they would say mama saw mu mak muk. I thought that. Now many of y'all didn't think that. Some of y'all knew the words. Okay, I get it. Some of y'all knew the words. I didn't. I thought that man was saying mama saw mu mak muk. I really thought that. Some love, but some of your comments are being filtered. Don't sing, don't do it, don't bring it up. My moderator said don't bring it up. I'm not allowed to talk about that. Look, I gotta stay on assignment. Today's Thursday. I only get 25 minutes. I already used 9. So look at my team keeping me in line. Because I got a whole story about that. We'll never get to the reading. I talked to you about how I think my childhood was slightly disrupted by nobody ever telling me the meaning of those, that's not what he was saying. So I built my whole life. I've been inspired by the wrong words. I put on that song to be inspired through storms and rain. And you telling me I've been walking around singing the wrong thing through my storm and my rain. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't tell me a song that was supposed to be setting me free I was singing the wrong words. It's not even a word. They're not even words. Yeah, it might be traumatic. I might need therapy. Yeah. I might need therapy over not knowing those words. Yeah. I'm telling you. Hi, Amanda. Hi, baby. I'm serious. All right, are we ready? Welcome in. My name is Kenya. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? New me, welcome in. I'm Kenya. Where you guys from? It's Thankful Thursday. Remember, I told y'all this week I was going to be switching up the times that I go live. And so this week I've been going live. I go late, early, so I can get a variety. Eva! So then I'm able to get the bulk of my followers that come on and check it out in the daytime. Texas in the building. So here we go, you guys, giving it a test out in the daytime. Welcome in YouTube and Instagram. So glad to have you. Thank you to all my Instagram. New me. Hi, sweetheart. Georgia. Welcome in, Georgia. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for being in the building with me. And I'm so grateful. Chapter 33, thank you for joining. I'm so grateful to have you here. You know, one of the reasons why I even started doing these daily readings is because I wanted people to see that giving yourself about 15 to 20 minutes a day and truly feeding into your mind, you know, sometimes we're not even really connected like we want to be in our prayer life because we haven't quite developed that emotional muscle. Some of us can develop the physical muscle, but the emotional muscle is very relevant. So we started this journey 205 days ago. We have 160 days to go. Give or take a few days, guys. We've been in this thing. And what's happened is people, men and women, we've gained some amazing male followers, have literally experienced a revelation related to fear and concerns that they can now openly see in their lives and how it affects their relationship with food, with others, and with themselves. I never knew I was jacked up until I knew I was jacked up. I don't know. Y'all don't want me to do it. Because I can do it. Hi, Rodney. I can do it, God special. Okay, so what we do today, and we've been doing every day, is I read from 2 books. Hi, Explicit and Tara. How are you? Welcome in, my loves. Thank you so much for scrolling by and feeling my live touched you enough to go ahead and come on in. I appreciate you. I know you don't got to do it. Hi, Peyton Mag. How are you? Or is it Tone Mag? How are you, Peyton? How are you, Peyton? Peyton. Mona, what is Texas's weather? What's your weather looking like, you guys? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I'll tell you a little bit about the 2 books we're going to be reading tonight and that we read every night. You can grab them off of Amazon. I don't have them linked directly in my page, but they're on my website. But if you want to just go straight to Amazon and grab them, no worries, no harm, no foul. Just sunny today. It's okay here. But I just want you to get them if you feel inspired to do so. But if you don't, worry about it. Come tap in regularly. Hit the follow button and just tap in with me, and I'll read them for you. And you don't have to spend a penny, and you can just show up. How's that sound, right? So we promised that we would keep this all about just growing each other. As I often share, some of these are my backup pages. I have regular pages. Unfortunately, they said my picture isn't my picture. So because I was accused of not being me, we don't have live access at this moment. I'm working very hard to get that back by proving who we are and our age. It's now saying my age is not my age. Man, I tell you, I don't know what to do, but I'll tell you this, I'll tell you that, because I know that I walk as a vessel. I just stay easy. It's all right. We'll make it work. Those who are meant to be in this space will be in this space, and those who aren't will never find this space. But as for me, I like to keep it light and easy. I don't know. I'm just learning today. I don't want to be too much of anything. So we're going to be reading from 2 spaces. First and foremost, Melanie Beattie, Journey to the Heart. Melanie Beattie is the author of the #1 international bestseller, Codependency No More. The book says, let me see. Beattie understands being overboard, which helps her throw bestseller lifelines to those who still are adrift. Oh, wow. This is a daily meditation on the path to freeing your soul. It's been so small, I've never been able to read it. It's called Journey to the Heart. I follow her on Instagram. This is a very powerful book to me. I've read it for off and on for years. I mean, I'm talking about I'll read through it, stop, read, go back to it, read again. And this time we've actually been reading this book at this point for 205 days. And I will tell you some of the days, some of these readings truly open up a brand new. Mona, you can share. Welcome in, Stephanie. Mona, you can share your experience. But these some of these readings will literally give you a direct pathway to something you're dealing with right in this moment, and it'll be so perfect, so on time. And then we follow it. We started out with David Komalafi, whom is a pastor, and this book is 365 Days of Fear Not. And what I can tell you about fear is how I was able to eat myself to 592 pounds in a hospice bed with 30 days to live. Now, what I need you to understand that only fear could allow me to shove that amount of calories a day down my mouth and throat relentlessly without remorse or regret, because I was in a lot of pain. And so what I want to tell you is that the fear that was attached to that pain, until I disconnected them, I was simply not going to be able to stop eating. But I didn't know that fear was driving that. I didn't know that my fear of being, fear of not being, fear of gaining, fear of losing, the fears, the little bitty fears that were all trapped in consistent failures of weight loss, struggle, jobs, all of the above, relationships, marriages, all of the above. There were these micro offenses that led to me chewing, eating, looking for soothing based on salt for my brain, based on the chemical irregularity that was occurring, or sugar. It just simply determined whatever it was, I could find a reason to eat something to justify that emotion and to address it. And I learned that that was aiding to the obesity. Yes, I had all those medical issues that they said, but my actual behavior was the primary issue, not the diagnoses or symptoms of my behavior. It was symptoms of my disease. It was my behavior. So maybe the symptom was slower metabolism, but I was the one that didn't make good food choices. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, even if I eat healthy, if I only eat one healthy meal once a day late at night and then go to bed, I'm shooting myself in the foot. I'm still not doing myself the benefit or service to get the proper amount of nutrition at a legitimate time in order for the body to do something with it, like use it for fuel. Hey Jay, welcome in. Medicine and Movement, welcome in. Beautiful, good to see you again. Thank you so much. My mama's baby girl, welcome in. How are you? Bing B94, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. And so we look at those little bitty micro fears, right? Some people won't try new things on their wellness journey because of fear. And then some people won't stop some of the things that may be harmful to their health because of fear of where they'll go back to. So even if that thing isn't working or as effective as it originally was, we won't raise question, because the fear of being in the place we came from can keep us stagnated in the place we've made it to. So we'll be too afraid to elevate from that space because we'll think that's the only level we can rise back to. So we look at the thinking, the fears. All right, we ready? All right, day 205. Any questions so far? Any questions? Baby. LaQueen Harris, hi. Any questions so far on the two books? How to get them, where they're located? Does anyone need me to show them again just before we get into the reading? Sometimes I'm in the middle of reading, people asking. I want to just be best mama. How are you? How are you? Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? LaQueen, thank you. How's your afternoon? All right, let's get into it. All right. Faith over fear goes first. 365 days. Today's devotional says, it is written, and in Arizona, it's currently 11:59 a.m. and on the East Coast, it's currently 2:59 p.m. Day 205 says, then Jesus said to him, go your way. Your faith has made you well. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus on the road. Mark 10:52. And we know that this is when Jesus healed the blind man. Principle: following Jesus is in every way makes you whole. Following Jesus in every way makes you whole. That's today's principle. Prayer, it says, I've decided to follow Jesus all the way, no turning back in Jesus' name. I literally was just listening to that song. I have decided to follow Jesus, no turning back. It's I'm not sure what African artist that is, but it was just on TV behind me. Hey, Moby. And the second prayer says, thank you, my Lord Jesus Christ, for making me whole in Jesus' name. And I often say that, like, thank you, Lord, because I remember living a life feeling like I was in pieces. And today I can tell you that I feel more whole. I can tell you that even though I was doing, being, and existing, it didn't feel good on the inside. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's going to be day 205. David Komalafi. Our second review, our second reading, okay, for the day is going to be July 10th of the best-selling author Melody Beattie. Okay, and her topic today is trust the timing of your lessons. Now, immediately every time I read her title, I definitely come with the mentality right away. Oh my gosh, she's about to set it on fire. Because her timing with my pre-subject sometimes so perfectly aligns that it's gotta be God. So let's stand in the sunlight of the Spirit this afternoon, this morning, and let's allow us to see what it is that our Father in heaven may have for us through Miss Beattie and Pastor Komalafi. It says, trust the timing of your lessons. Too often, inclination when we learn a lesson, gain a new insight, have an awareness, or glimpse a new truth is to judge and criticize ourselves for not seeing it sooner, not knowing it before, or being in denial too long. That's not necessary. It's not appropriate. We're not at fault because we didn't have this awareness or understanding this lesson until now. We don't need to see the truth one moment before we see it. Judging ourselves for not knowing sooner can close us off to what life has to teach us now. We're here to learn our lessons, discover our truths, have our adventures. Let yourself have your experiences. Allow yourself to learn what you learn when you learn it. Don't judge yourself for not learning sooner. Be happy, grateful, and excited when your lesson arrives. Okay, this is in purple. Let me read it. I highlighted it. It says, trust your voice. Hold on. I didn't highlight it, y'all. I really can't see it. Trust your voice, that quiet inner voice, when it speaks to you of truth. Yep, when it speaks to you of truth. Be grateful you can hear it. Do what it tells you to do. Trust the timing of your heart. Send this to you. Okay. Take a picture while I'm thinking about it. Hi, SWV. How are you? Does anyone want me to reread that for them? I don't mind. It's really good. Sometimes I ask people, do you want me to do a reread when it's real good like that? Because it just will be too perfect. I got both. It'll just be too perfect. Sometimes I feel like the reading is always needed, right? Because that was it. Like, I like the part where it said, because I don't want to misquote her. We don't need to see the truth one moment before we see it. Judging ourselves for not knowing sooner can close us off to what life has to teach us now. Hi, Michelle. Did you hear that? We don't need to see the truth one moment before we see it. Judging ourselves for not knowing sooner can close us off to what life has to teach us now. We're here to learn lessons, discover our truths, and have our adventures. It goes on to say, let yourself have your experiences. Allow yourself to learn what you learn when you learn it. Some of us are forced and learned. We're forcing the lesson. So we're not getting it. Ooh, that's me. Yeah. Lead me, Lord. Lead me to a better place in myself. Mm. Then it says, don't judge yourself for not learning sooner. Be happy, grateful, and excited when the lesson arrives. I always say that some things are literally intentionally meant for you in the moment, and they come in an unorthodox manner, in a pathway in which you never expect. And if you're ready and open to receive it, boom, you'll hop on the train and receive it, and then you'll take with it what you need. Sometimes we get comfortable in what inspiration and motivation looks like. We get comfortable. We think, oh, I don't need to lose weight, so what can she teach me? But see, the trick about weight loss isn't the fact that people lose weight. It's the mindset that it requires to sustain it. And I think that more people are becoming more alert and aware that sustainability is much more powerful than weight loss. Why? Because people can lose and find the same 100 pounds their entire life. But the person that sustains the loss of something that significantly, regardless of the tool in which they use to pursue it, has a superpower. Because what the one thing we know that every human must have is some form of health and wellness. The diligence and the self discipline and self-worth is increased. As the self-belief grows, the self-worth increases. Many of us get lost and we think that self-worth and self-growth and self-belief is in what we look like, but it actually has nothing to do with what we look like. It's how much work have we done to elevate the way we think about who we're becoming, and where can we go that's even better than where we are. We're not arriving to anywhere. We're on a consistent level of elevation. We're always seeking better. Hello, Sherry. Sherry. It's Sherry or Sherry. I remember. Hi, I said it right the other day. LaFifes. I think I said it right the other day. I can't remember. Welcome in, beautifuls. Welcome back. We get to consistently keep changing. We don't have to say the same. If someone says, "Oh, I thought you changed," I did change, and tomorrow might change some more. Because what I become accustomed to is I don't want to be immorally or incorrectly aligned with myself anymore. I'm not willing to be misaligned with self. I'm not willing. Because that almost killed me. It almost made me cheat myself to death, eat myself to death, lie myself to death, deny myself to death. And see, I'm pretty sick of being to death. I don't want my stories to look like my old stories. I need my stories to start looking like something else. Hello, boss lady. Good afternoon. How are you? Our Merlot, welcome in, sweetheart. I need there to be some form of real evolution. Switch it up, change it up. Okay, Lord, you say it, and I'm starting to demand. Okay, I've been talking to you, and I ain't saying it right. So because I know you can hear me, maybe you're requiring that I ask in a different manner. So I'm going to put a little pressure on these requests, Father God. I'm going to do some things in my life to make it look different and feel different, so that I may give you room to act upon the things in which I keep asking for. Please, God, let me make space around me. Some of us think it's us that he's waiting on to change before he'll bless us. It's not you. It's the things connected to you. You misdirected and misconnected externally and wonder why you struggling internally, because your gas in your car is the wrong type of gas. You supposed to have Supremium. You still getting unleaded. You supposed to get a new car and sell that car, and you still want to drive around in that car because you scared to have a car payment, but you don't realize it's so much connected to that car. This whole new bondage. Who is that for? Ooh, something bad happened in that car. Mm. Good afternoon, my love. So we can let go. We don't got to be identified or attached to anything. We don't got to claim nothing. Somebody once told me I have to do it, won't nobody else do it. I said, don't do it and watch somebody else do it. She didn't do it, somebody else did it. She was blown away. She said, I can't believe she did that all by herself. I said, girl, she been able to do that. You taught her that the first time you fixed it for her. The first time you fixed it for her, you taught her how to fix it. But what she learned in you fixing it is that you'll fix it again and again and again. Because that's your sickness, not hers. Her sickness is getting to the point where she needs you to fix it. Yours is fixing it. So don't get shocked when they go fix it themselves. It's because they always knew how to fix it. They just felt more comfortable with you fixing it because you made it easier for them to have you fix it. They wasn't calling God first. They was calling you first. You was their mini God. So don't get mad when you get fired from being a mini God. It's all right. I done been fired from being plenty of. I really thought I could save people and fix people's circumstances, honey. I thought I can buy it out, fix it out, cry it out, change it out, negotiate it out, all other people's problems. How? But I'm grateful to be free from being a controller, fixer, changer, and a rearranger. I'm grateful to be free from those things because those behaviors were attached to why I overate. Yep. Letting people call and dump all their trash in my front yard used to make me overeat. Because I'm a fixer and I wouldn't have power to fix it. So emotionally, it would make me want to chew on something to calm down the anxiousness of being unable to fix my friends' problems. But it's because something was wrong with me. Not that they had the problem, but it was that I thought I could actually fix it. Who am I? Who in the bologna and macaroni and cheese am I? I am no more than the person that's calling me with what's going on with him. Only thing I can do is pray for you and hold your hand. I can't fix a thing. And even if I can't keep it from breaking again. That's why I should never try to fix it in the first place. It ain't none of my nerve business. If you call me, I'm not supposed to fix it. I'm supposed to be a listening ear and a helping hand. And it don't mean help you to fix it. That means help you to do what you need to do. Meaning support. Support is free. You don't even got to leave your home to support your people. So we don't get caught up in agreeing. When we're overdoer and a fixer, you can't even go into spaces of people that you know you want to fix. Because if you get caught up doing something small every time, you'll cut out from doing a lot and do a little bit, but the little bit you do is still so much that you might as well be doing a lot. I've been there. I understand. What's my height? I'm 5'3". Hi, Sherry. So good. Thank you for the likes, Fitness Queen. Welcome in, beautiful. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Amina. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Yeah, I'm 5'3". I lost all my weight. I started in 2000 at the end of 2014. I was finished at the beginning of 2016. I've maintained my weight loss since 2016. It is about to be 2026. So 10 consistent years of weight loss and maintenance. My coaching firm has been established since 2000 at the end May of 2016 and 2019. That's when it became C corp. I am a motivational speaker and best-selling author. I was featured in People magazine in 2017, and my book became a bestseller in spring of 2017 as well. I don't diet. I didn't really do any type of caloric restriction. I focus on toxins. So basically my theory is this. If we deal with our mindset, address the toxins to create a food foundation and an activity foundation, a foundation where we're moving our bodies consistently, I believe that anybody can lose weight naturally and keep it off. I think the problem is that we don't often live in environments that promote health and wellness. So that what's happening is we're trying to change who we are and what we're doing, but we're not changing the environment that we're in. That's what's causing the pressure to live in more of an obese framed living, right? Where what I mean by that is lack of proper nutrition, eating habits, not lack of knowledge of what to eat, when to eat, how, things like that. And so it makes that obesity to become more of the foundation that all the family members start out at. Because that's what's actually passed down. It's not that your mom gave you hypertension, but her cooking habits, her eating habits, and her lifestyle is something that innately you mimic because that's what you learn from your grandmother, your aunties. We live those replicated lifestyles, so we get those replicated symptoms that lead to those diagnoses, which is why a person can change and go all natural and have tons of serious diagnoses, and they literally go at bay They go at bay because the body is no longer giving it anything to trigger those diseases to have the symptoms, is what you feel. A person can have a disease and be symptomless, which is well care. That's well care. A person can have a disease and be symptom filled, and that's sick care. Because if you're on medication for a disorder or disease, and there's no form of betterment to it, you're never better to it, but you're always on it, then you're just maintaining the symptoms of that sickness at bay. You're never elevating to lesser medicine, better. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So it's like, okay, I'm using this med to do this thing, but I'm always on this dose. So you hear people's KS one amazing. Am I saying it right? KSW amazing. I am Miss Rouse. Welcome in, beautiful. Example, let's say I take something for we call it pressure. Okay. And I've been taking it for 10 years, the same dose. I've been on the same thing, but every time I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is still high. Every time I take it, my pressure is still high. I have to, at some point, when am I going to ask the question? If I've been on this thing for 10 years and nothing's better in no way, then what are we doing? We holding it at bay? But why? Why can't we fix it? Why can't we get to the point where we're maintained, we're controlled? Me still having migraine headaches and having a blood pressure that's 1,000,000 over 1,000,000 is not maintained, sweetheart. I don't care what medicine you done gave me. Sweetie, that's called out of control. It's unmanageable. What manageable is my blood pressure being like everybody else in the room. When we gonna get there? How can we can't heal me? I'm just questions, I'm putting it out there, and maybe you'll bring me something back in the comments. But I'm really asking seriously though. Have you ever thought about that? Like, okay, you said I'm pre this, and you gave me medicine for it, but I've been pre this for 5 years. I've been on the same dose. When we gonna get me from pre back to regular? I don't want to be pre. I don't care if the medicine is controlling pre. When can we go back to not at all? How we get there? Hi, Gina. Hi, Maya. When can we get to not at all? When can we get to control non-existent? What we got to do to get that? Do you understand what I'm saying? What do me and you, sir, need to talk about to make it where you can say, let's win you off of it. You're doing phenomenal. What we got to do to get there? Because is this something we can do in this office together, sir? Because I want to do that, right? I want to maintain a sense of wealth, right? I don't want to be the one in the airport that got a medicine bag going through the thing look like this. Your medicine bag look like this. That's not well care. That's bondage. What you got? Sir, can you please tell me what we got to do? Anything. It's got to be something. It can't be living. You tell me something that's maintained. How? My medicine need a suitcase. And what? I'm just saying. And this is how it was because I took 63 pills a day. So I traveled with big old medical, everything. I had bandages to manage this, to manage that. And it was really hard for me. It was really a struggle. But because I thought that's what I had to do, that's what I did. And that's all I have for you today. My name is Coach Kenya. Hey, Edie, welcome in. My name is Coach Kenya. I hope I've served something to inspire you, encourage you, and lead you to a brighter version, better version of who you are as you continue to grow, rise, and change on your own weight loss and wellness journey. If you're new here, you are welcome here. You are loved here. This space is a safe space. We simply encourage, inspire, and just pray that something that we do here enhances who you are and where you are. You don't got to stay here. You can stop by. You can come through. I believe I am a bridge. Therefore, all my platforms serve as a purpose for a bridge. And that's about it here. So please feel free to cross on through over the bridge. You don't have to stay, but if you shall, please have a seat and make it your way. Have a great, great day. You guys, love you so much. I'm Coach, and I am out. See you guys in class tonight. By Facebook, Instagram, you know what it is. I hope you guys are having a great day, Facebook. Thank you so much to all of you guys who come back and watch the replay on Facebook. I do appreciate you for sticking in there with me. And Instagram, God bless you. And YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. We finally hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. So if you don't subscribe me on YouTube, the videos are much more in-depth and longer over there. So please make sure if you're looking to just find more information and education about mindset, weight loss and wellness, fear, food addiction, BDD, therapy, all those different things. I am a retired professional counselor. That's what my degree is. I worked in the industry as clinical coordinator, all of the above. I've been case manager. I worked in group homes, etc. But more than anything, I've always been in the mental health industry. Weight loss and wellness have always been kind of interesting to me since I had my own experience. And so I pray that some of the information I share with you is able to enlighten your path and brighten your day. May God bless you and keep you.